Welcome back, everybody. Episode 33 of the Big Easy Blitz podcast, and we are so blessed and happy to announce our first ever sponsor. Mercado's located in Kenner. It is located on 3750 Williams Blvd.
We'll pop up like a
we're gonna
image
put right here. Open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and we're gonna dig in. This is one of our close friends' dads who decided to do this. We're absolutely blessed and thankful for
100%.
As long as we go with this, he will always have a special part in our heart.
Yeah.
Promise you, he will always be a sponsor if he wants to. But yeah, so we're gonna talk Saints ball. We talk training camp while digging into this. I wish y'all could smell it through the camera right now. This smells unbelievable right now.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Looks really good. We're gonna try and get to eating it now before it gets a little cold. But yeah, just like I said, we're gonna talk Saints training camp. We're gonna give our top 3 most important positions, like groups of the Saints, that the Saints need this year, to not absolutely suck. And then we'll do some hot takes at the end, some Saints hot takes.
Mm-hmm.
But this episode is really just to thank Mercado's. I don't know if he wants to be the owner, Mr. Vladimir Arula, legend. We love you so much.
Vlad, for sure.
Everybody go here. If you go here, tell them the boys at Big Easy Blitz sent you. Connor and Brock.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, we'll jump right into. We'll take a bite of the first thing first.
Yeah. Which you want to dig into? I'm doing this.
Okay. Well, they look the same, so we'll do. All right.
Right.
Good. All right. I want to try the sauce. It smells very spicy, but we'll see.
Solid.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's unbelievable. Wow.
Shout out Mr. Vlad. This is really.
I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm very sorry. I should have asked him when I picked it up. But it's tacos. Oh my God.
I think it says
Hondureños.
Hondureños.
If I'm butchering that, I'm sorry.
I did take Spanish AP. So,
I did not.
You know. But yeah, I mean, jumping straight into it, the most important thing for the Saints in all around training camp right now, obviously, is the quarterback battle between second round pick Tyler Shuck and obviously Spencer Rattler. Who do you want to see take the job and start week 1?
Okay, this is gonna be very, probably very frowned upon in our friend group and people around us. I want to see Tyler Shuck start, and that's because we wasted a second round pick on him. I think we should.
Don't say wasted yet.
We used a second round pick. I mean, I don't think our new coach is spending the 40th overall pick to not start him.
Exactly.
So, would I like to see Spencer Rattler start? Yes, absolutely. Obviously, they don't believe in him after getting a few games with him last year and in training camp. They didn't see what they wanted to see, so they went out and got a quarterback.
Yep.
I fully expect it to be Tyler Shuck, but I think either way, I don't think they're going to win many games. But both of them, I think, could bring some highlights more than he who will not be named did the last 2 years.
100%. I just feel like Rattler didn't really get a fair shot. I mean, he was throwing to guys like Bub Means. I mean, even Bub Means got hurt last year. Yeah. Obviously, Chris Olave had his fair share of injuries with his concussions. Shaheed went out early with an injury. So I mean, Rattler's his playmakers were really limited. So I would really like to see him get a fair shot. Even if it's not in New Orleans, I want him to get a fair shot somewhere as a professional. Obviously, I would love it to be in New Orleans. I mean, how cool would that be if Spencer Rattler took off as a late round pick here? But yeah, I feel like really whatever route Kellen Moore decides to go down, whether it be Tyler Shuck or Spencer Rattler, I mean, it's going to be interesting regardless. And obviously, since we're Saints fans, we're going to be rooting for him.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Yeah, like I said, I'd like to see Tyler Shuck just because we spent the 40th overall pick on him.
We did invest, yes.
Yeah. We had the guys around him. We're trying to put people around him, but you never know. But me personally, I think it's a win-win. So either one of these guys steps up and plays extremely well and leads the Saints in the future, like it's a future franchise quarterback, or you don't have that great of a season. You win 3 or 4, maybe 5 games, and you get a top 5 pick and draft your quarterback in the future. I'm not gonna say who I want him to take, but it's probably pretty evident who you'd like me to.
I'll just speak Brock's thoughts. It's Garrett Nussmeier, if you didn't know that. But let me just talk about reasonable expectations real quick for Saints fans. Look, the Saints probably will not make the playoffs this year. That's okay. What isn't okay is if we wasted a second-round pick, on somebody who just completely did not pan out. So with that being said, a reasonable expectation will be for the Saints to have found their quarterback of the future by the end of this year, to have a direction as a franchise to possibly make the playoffs within the next year or two, to have found your head coach of the future and maybe your DC, because we also did bring in Brandon Staley. So I think those expectations are more valuable to the Saints as a franchise right now than actually focusing on making the playoffs, because it could set the Saints up better for the future. If you remember, even a few years ago, the Saints were by far the oldest team in the NFL. They're still on the older half, but they're certainly going more towards the middle and to the younger side.
Which I do want to get into some of the things that were talked about, like how old the Saints are. I think the Saints have done well this offseason kind of addressing that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, you can't really predict or control retirements. With Tyrann Mathieu suddenly retiring, who nobody saw coming. Derek Carr retiring, who nobody saw coming, but everybody wanted it to happen. But he did save us a lot of money, which I respect him for that. I do respect Derek Carr for saving money for the Saints for the future. But him, Ryan Ramczyk, who had to medically retire, which sucks. Cam Jordan is probably his last year, so we're just going to keep getting younger. Unfortunately, Demario Davis is probably in his last year or two of his career. But, we'll get right into that. A guy like Danny Stutzman, that's why I think this offseason has been good. They went out and addressed that. Mm-hmm. They went and got Demario Davis as a potential replacement, who's lighting it up in training camp right now. He's playing really, really well.
Danny Stutzman.
He had a pick against Spencer Rattler, if you didn't see that. Even the cornerbacks. We lost Marshawn Lattimore and Paulson Adebo, and they went and got Quincy Riley, who obviously started the fight, if you didn't see that.
Out of Louisville.
Yeah, out of Louisville. Seems like the Saints are really high on Louisville and Texas players this year. They took an edge rusher out of Texas, I'm pretty sure, or somebody else out of Texas. Saints, not a lot of expectations, which I think is good. I would argue it's better to go in.
It's kind of refreshing.
As
weird as it sounds.
Yeah. I'd rather go into the season not expecting than to do anything than last year when we had a little bit of expectation, especially when they won the first two games.
And the only reason we had that expectation is because we were an older team with guys like Derek Carr leading. Now we're kind of giving the young bucks a chance, mm-hmm. seeing what they can do to prove themselves, yes. And hopefully by the end of this season, we're going to have found our guy, and then next season we maybe have build up those expectations.
And I'm going to shout out Gianni, whose dad is a legend, by the way. This quesadilla is unbelievable. I'm eating it. It's very good. I'm eating it slowly while talking. But he actually said this. We were arguing, not me and him, but there was an argument between him and Andrew Lundgren, who was the biggest fan and hater of New Orleans sports I've ever seen. But he was talking about how bad we are with Tyler Shuck and how we set our franchise back 5 years, whatever. That doesn't make any sense to me. But Gianni said something that I actually thought was pretty smart. We have the pieces for a championship team, which sounds ridiculous. But when you think, I'm not saying we're a championship team. The mold of a championship team, the Saints have. We have a star linebacker. Now he's 30-something years old, but he's still an
Demario Davis is a star. Most underrated player this decade.
A young wide receiver core. Now, we don't have the guy who's going to go up and get the ball like a 6'5" guy, which is okay.
A.T. Perry, man. What could have been?
Yeah. Anyway, we have Alvin Kamara, obviously.
Star.
The O-line is young, super young and underrated. The D-line's getting better. However, it's been the front office, and it's been the coaching staff, and the quarterback, really, what happened this offseason? We got a new coaching staff and a new quarterback.
Regime change. Complete regime change.
Do I think, now, by no means, I don't think the Saints are doing anything this year when it comes to championship contending or anything like that. But they definitely have the pieces to put together. Now, they're not the elite pieces like a team like the Lions, who I would say it's the Lions and the Saints are the Exxon version of the Lions, like just the corner store gas station. They had everybody that they had just a lot younger and not as talented.
Yeah.
No shade on anybody. We'd love it to have anybody come on the pod. She'd have loved you. But
so
yeah. Oh God. God. All right. But yeah. I mean, would you agree with that? I mean, this was not. I did not say this, by the way. This was straight Gianni. Then I agree with you. Would you agree with that? They have the pieces. They just don't have the management around it. They don't have all the pieces.
You know me. I mean, I'm the most optimistic Saints fan there is. I mean, I picked the Saints to go 14-3 2 years ago with Derek Carr's first year when we did have the easiest schedule in the league. I don't think we have the pieces quite yet. I think that's what the draft's for. Maybe we utilize free agency well. Definitely, though, with the coaching change we made, bringing Brandon Staley in, and, with the quarterbacks, who knows, really. But as of right now, July, 30th, 2025?
This is filmed on July 30th.
On July 30th, 2025, I don't think the Saints have the pieces. Now, like I said, at the end of the season, 100%, the expectations could be higher. The Saints could, maybe nail a few draft picks next year. Maybe hit on some draft picks we just had. They really blossomed this year, and then maybe we could eventually get to that point by the end of this year. But as of today, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. And let me reiterate, I don't think the Saints are contending this year or for the next 3 or 4 years.
No, I mean, we both know that.
But, I mean, you definitely can see pieces that a championship team would want or have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, I don't think they're doing anywhere today, so we'll see. But, I mean, they really are the wild card of the NFL. Everybody's saying they're terrible, but
100%.
It's a new coach, a new quarterback, a new system.
I'd say a lot of the NFC South is kind of a wild card. Panthers, I think, are a big wild card.
That's fair.
Falcons, with Michael Penix.
I hate saying this, but I think the Falcons will be really good this year.
Really?
Which absolutely kills me to say out loud. But, I mean, you look at the pieces around them.
I personally think the Bucs are going to be really good this year because I think that offense is really explosive.
I'm just going to say this because I'm watching the Cubs game. I think the NL Central and the NFC South can be comparable. Everybody's saying, they're not really that good. But the two teams, the two best teams in baseball are playing right now. And I think...
Record-wise?
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's... and then I think the Falcons and Bucs could be two very, very sneaky teams this year.
Yeah.
Could both very well make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's clever because, obviously nobody saw the Brewers and Cubs having the...
Maybe the Cubs because they went out and got Cubs.
Maybe the Cubs, but definitely not Milwaukee.
No, not at all. Which this has been an embarrassing series for the Cubs. Oh my God, Ian Happ just went yard.
All right, let's remember.
Okay. Oh my God. All right, the Cubs are going to win Game 3. But yeah, back to football. As we kind of mentioned, we kind of glossed over it. The fight that occurred.
Yes.
If you missed it, so they were having a 11-on-11, and there was a play over the middle where Spencer Rattler threw a ball to Brandon Cooks and Quincy Riley, who was our fourth or fifth round pick, who I think is going to be very underrated this year. Me and my uncle both agree on that. Somebody to look out for. But he came across and he picked the ball off and probably said some words that you would say whenever you make a good play in the NFL. And some other words were exchanged, and then a fight occurred. And I said this earlier. I really enjoyed seeing it because you kind of see when the fight happened, the coaches let it play out, and you saw. If you see the clip, everybody on the team ran over to go to war for their guy, and that that looks good. Like last year. It'd probably just be those two scrapping around on the field with everybody else watching.
Exactly.
And Dennis Allen just okay.
And then obviously Jawan Johnson saying how this is the best camp has ever looked throughout his career. Best he's ever felt.
He said the best camp he's ever had or seen. The culture's the best it's been since 2021 when Jameis was balling out and then unfortunately got injured.
Devin White.
And we had to watch Trevor Siemian lead our franchise.
Ian Book.
Oh my God, we've been through some things. Oh yes, we have. Don't ever question a Saints fan's loyalty. Good.
No, do not.
If the Saints ever become good again and I ever get caught bandwagon, come back to this clip right here. Oh my God. But yeah, the Saints are the Saints. Not much else to talk about. I'll look it up right now because there is preseason football tomorrow night.
There is.
Or tonight when you're seeing this.
Yes, you're going to be seeing this on Thursday.
We'll get into that game real quick because Connor, Do you know who's starting for the Chargers tomorrow night? I'll give you a hint. He did not play for the Chargers last year. He was very highly touted out of.
I'll say Matt Corral.
No, he was on the Cowboys last year.
Trey Lance.
There it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's starting the first 2 quarters, and then Connor, you want to guess who's coming in after him?
Danny Etling.
No. You want one more guess? This guy was awful last year in college. I don't know how he got signed.
I don't know.
DJ Uyunglele is playing.
DJ Uipu.
DJ Ukulele is playing tomorrow night in an NFL game. It is preseason, but it's an NFL game.
Anything is possible, kids.
What in
Anything
the
is
world?
possible.
I think
He led the 2-. Oh wait, no, he didn't lead the 2-10 Seminoles, did he?
No, because he got benched.
Oh.
So, he was leading the 2-10 Florida State Seminoles until he wasn't, because he got benched. He sucked. But I mean, that just shows that anything's possible. I mean, really.
For Brock's Florida State fan,
Yeah.
you haven't seen the recent TikTok.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand by that. Florida State could go.
I like it. Yeah, stand.
They could go to the playoff this year.
What's the worst that can happen? It blows up in your face. Nobody's gonna clown you for saying that.
I think honestly the worst that can happen is they go like 7-5, like just in between.
The ACC is very weak. It is.
Yeah. Which, if you don't know what we're talking about, go watch the last episode.
Yeah, go watch that.
Or the TikTok, because I'm getting absolutely flamed right now from that tape. But I'm ready to stand on it when it comes to fruition or when it falls on its face.
I don't know if we've already said this or not, but our fantasy draft is tonight.
Yes, it is. Last night.
Last night. You're seeing this Thursday. It's Wednesday night. And Brock and I will be posting our teams, and y'all can let us know how they look. It's a 12-man league.
I have the 6th pick, and you have the 8th pick.
I have the 8th pick, and we are
looking at the same players. Right?
Brock's either taking CeeDee Lamb or Amon-Ra, and the guy who's drafting at 7th is taking Puka Nacua. So I will be taking who Brock doesn't take at 6 or 8.
I know some people are probably going to flame me for taking Amon-Ra at 6. However, I was in 3 fantasy leagues last year, and in 2 of those I took Amon-Ra, and I won both of those leagues. So he has a special place in my heart.
Rightfully
You also
so.
can't really pass up on CeeDee Lamb at number 6. So I'm
Yeah,
very,
you can. I think you can.
Yeah, in your case.
Come on, CeeDee Lamb on CeeDee's team?
That is, we'll see. It's a very, very hard decision to make in fantasy football. But, it should be fun. We might vlog it. Probably not.
We might vlog like a little bit of it.
Because there's
some of those clips.
There is going to be other people there. So I don't know how that's going to work. So, and
we'll figure it out, because that would be really cool.
I don't want things being said from the outside that we can't, like, if somebody takes a pick and somebody else doesn't agree, and then we hear a not nice word said.
We can always just not post it, but we'll figure it out.
See.
You'll see.
You will see.
By the time
you will see our teams, just maybe not in person.
Yes.
Or live. Anyway, we digress. So I looked up that game. I'm gonna look up the Saints' first preseason game because I have no idea who they play. I'm gonna be honest.
I remember last year.
I hate the preseason.
I remember last year the Saints were, I forget who they were playing. I was there though, and Jimmy Graham had like a crazy one-handed catch, and the dome was electric for a preseason game.
I think it was was it the same game that Samson Nacua had that 106-yard return?
It might have been.
I know it was the Titans.
Maybe it was the Titans. Now that you say it, you might.
Anyway, we can look.
The Saints' schedule's so weak this year, bro.
That's what sucks. I mean, the Saints, they're not going to be very good this year.
That's what happens
for
like the last 3 years. It's been like that. That's why I had the Saints 14-3, man. That's why I had them 14-3.
I mean, if you were at the game last year, it is the Titans. That was the only home game.
Yes, that was it.
But yeah, so the first preseason game, let me just talk about that. I had the schedule pulled up. This schedule's laughable, but so are the Saints. So, I mean, which is okay. That does help because that's how rebuilds are. That's how you can rebuild because the worse you are, the better the easier your schedule's going to be. Mm-hmm. So whenever we do put it together, eventually, it'll be an easy schedule. But then you get all the people saying, "Oh, they're not going to win in the playoffs because they haven't played anybody." So it's a lose-lose situation.
Kind of like the Lions this year.
The poor Lions. I mean,
I really hope they can put it together this year.
For the real OGs, you'll know that 3 years ago I predicted this Lions surge, and I know that everybody's going to say I'm bandwagon, and I still get it to this day. But if you remember, I was on the pod with you and Sam, and my dark horse was the Lions, and it was the year they went 9-8, or
And
maybe
the tide was
the
turning.
year after they went 9-8, maybe somewhere in between there. Because I remember you picked the Bears. You can laugh in his face about that.
Ben Johnson, he might have something to say about that this year.
Which we'll talk about that after. Ben Johnson, if you're seeing things like out of their training camp, he is not afraid to throw people out of practice.
Really?
He literally pulled the entire first team off the field because they're not executing.
The old school style.
He threw Luther Burden out of practice. Who's like
The rookie?
Yeah.
Out of Mizzou?
Yep.
Damn, that's complete opposite from Kellen Moore.
Dude, or Dennis Allen. Dennis Allen would oh my god, probably give him flowers or something. But anyway,
my least favorite Dennis Allen moment is the Arthur Smith. Whenever.
Don't even get me started with that. I mean, that was like...
They got Jamal Williams.
That's the lowest of low for the Saints organization in the last 5 years. I mean, you stick it to a rival, especially your biggest rival.
And you apologize?
What do you do? You're a coward and nobody likes you. That's why you're the worst head coach. You are like literally statistically the worst head coach in NFL history. Like he has like the worst winning percentage of all time.
Yeah.
But oh my god, go ride in Chicago, man. I hope Ben Johnson carries you because that's what's gonna happen. Anyway, wow, look at that. The Saints actually played DJ Ukulele in their first preseason game.
Really?
If he's even on the team after week 1 of the preseason when
yeah,
the Chargers see just how bad he is.
Damn, the Saints have a game in 10 days. By the time they've seen this.
The Saints play a preseason game the day after we move into college. So I know what I will be doing that someday.
Me too. Hopefully watching it together.
Yes, maybe live streaming.
Maybe live streaming it.
Well, we can't actually show the game, but we can live stream
get copyrighted.
We can live stream our reaction to the game. Probably the first quarter because it's really hard to watch preseason.
Yes.
You always say you're going to watch preseason and you actually watch a preseason game. And it's
the Hall of Fame game's different just because it's like, holy crap, it's live NFL football.
This is true.
You know?
I mean, but once DJ Ukulele enters the game, that's going to be hard to keep watching.
Although the first few snaps will be interesting.
Trey Harris and Amari Hampton are both playing the whole second half. The two highest rated, or the two I think they're first and second round pick.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Shout out Amari Hampton, Brock Scott.
I really hope he can fall to me in like the 3rd round.
Harry's a better reach for him. I'm just like, so.
Okay, well, that's speaking of the Chargers, this episode's all over the place. But we're done with the Saints. Unless you have anything else to talk about. Is Najee Harris okay? Like genuinely, apparently there's like a rumor going around that he lost, like he can't see anymore.
What?
Like his vision's messed up in one eye because he's walking around with like a hoodie and glasses everywhere, like in press conferences and everywhere.
Najee's always kind of been a weird guy in the media. I don't know if you've been following, but I don't know. I guess I thought he was fully expected to be.
He's been injured. I know he's been injured because that's why I said Amari Hampton's my sleeper.
No, I know he obviously had that incident, but I thought he was like fully expected to be good to go for week 1. I don't know.
We'll see.
Najee easily could go undrafted in our fantasy league. He probably will, honestly.
I mean, if he's injured, I'm not taking him. I'll pick him up.
I'd take him.
I mean, I would take him in a Jim Harbaugh offense just because,
Yeah.
I mean, that dude runs the ball like it's nothing.
I mean, you saw J.K. Dobbins go off last year.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay, we do have a couple more things on the Saints. We're going to do our top 3 position groups and our hot takes. But we do want to talk about one more thing before we do that pertaining to New Orleans. I'll let you go off on this because this is the Pelicans thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He knows more about this than I do.
So, Bill Simmons recently said that the New Orleans Pelicans should relocate, and he saying that because he doesn't believe New Orleans is a basketball city. It's kind of like a rerun of the whole Kendrick Perkins saga from a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. But Kendrick Perkins didn't go this far. This guy's saying that the city does not like the Pelicans, which is straight up false. I mean, if you go into the heart of the city of New Orleans, 99 times out of 100, you're going to meet a person that loves the Pelicans and loves going to the games. Now, sure, the attendance has been towards the back of the league.
Well, that is because, I mean, a small market team, when you're not winning, that's just like, that's double trouble. I mean, we obviously remember the Bucks when they were terrible. Nobody was going to the Bucks games. And now look at them, and they pack out arenas whenever they play anybody. When the Pels are good, the arena's packed. Mm-hmm. I mean,
the blender is bumping.
I wish I could have been there for the playoff series against the Suns. Oh, my God.
Well said. The Pelicans were the 8th seed, I want to say. When they won the play-in, they were the 8th seed.
Yep.
And everybody in New Orleans was expecting to lose that series. The Pelicans took them to 8 games and damn near could have won the series. Had a few things go different ways. And when that happened, the Blender was absolutely bumping.
Mm-hmm.
It was packed. And I mean, now I know whenever the hometown team's doing well, obviously more fans are going to gravitate. But the Pelicans really over the last couple of seasons, like they've had hope. They really have had hope. But then towards the end of the season, it just dies out. And if there's, first of all, that's to no fault of the fans. The fans have absolutely nothing to do with it. Because I mean, when you have your star player like Zion Williamson basically never playing, essentially never playing, I mean, and you have just a bunch of G League guys out there running around trying to fight for maybe a two-way contract, they're not going to want to see that. Anybody. No Golden State Warriors, man. No New York Knicks fans going to want to see that. They wouldn't even go to that. The only reason they might have people in the stands is because, like I said, they're a big market.
Yeah.
So,
The Lakers.
If the Pelicans could stay healthy and just maybe they don't even have to win, just stay healthy. The Blender will be packed, people will be interested, and the whole aura around New Orleans basketball will be completely different. Mm-hmm. If Zion Williamson can get it's really on him. If he can get his head screwed on straight, which I like what Joe Dumars is doing with him so far. If he can get his head screwed on straight, then I can assure you this franchise is not going anywhere even after the lease is up in 2029.
Well, yeah, that's actually perfect because I did want to mention. Pretty sure that the Gail Benson has somewhere in a contract that they can't leave New Orleans. I'm dead serious. The Saints and Pelicans, they can't leave New Orleans for at least for the next 7 years. I'm almost
that is.
I remember talking to my dad about that because I did ask him is there any chance the Pelicans or Saints are leaving? And he mentioned that
the Saints will never leave this.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible, but the Saints.
They almost left. Not a lot of people know that.
San Antonio.
Yeah. The San Antonio Saints. God, that would have been a whole different outlook on Louisiana. But I mean, I think the Pelicans. I mean, if Zion's healthy, if the whole team, which is not possible because I mean everybody deals with injuries, but if majority of the team can stay healthy,
Trey Murphy,
this
Zion.
team. I mean, this team's right back in contention.
100%.
Realistic. I mean, the West is absolutely loaded, but I mean,
not even really talking about playoff picture or anything. If Trey Murphy, Zion Williamson, and DeJounte Murray can stay on the court, then the seats will be filled.
Alright, so we're going to try and do this really quickly. The GoPro is about to die, and we got cut out. I forgot exactly what we're talking about, but it doesn't matter. We're going to do this really quick. We're going to give we're not even going to do top three. We're just going to do position groups that we think is very vital for the Saints, and we're also going to give some hot takes. I'll start. My most important position group is the D-line. I think they can have a chance to be really elite with Chase Young, Carl Anderson.
Chase Young's the biggest question mark.
100%. If those two play like they're capable of, the Saints D line's gonna be top 5 in the league.
Well, I'm gonna go.
That's also on the hot take.
Sorry about that. But we're gonna go into the. Now I'm gonna say my is the. That was a weird use of words, but I have the Saints wide receiver room. Chris Olave could have a monster year this year. A lot of it depends on the quarterback play, but you've seen it before. Chris Olave is a beast when he is on the field. He's electric. And Rashid Shaheed looks like a beast now. He put on 10 pounds of muscle on top of that electric speed. So,
all right, we lost the footage. The GoPro died. We just decided to film this real quick. Shout out Mercado's for the food. Shout out. It's unbelievable. I haven't finished this yet. I'm going to go destroy this. Fantasy draft tonight. Look out for our teams. Who dat? Go Pels. Thank you for all the followers.
We're sorry for this production. Obviously, it's kind of tough. We probably should have, had a better idea with the filming thing. But, the GoPro is what we got right now. We're trying to make it work. But yeah, hopefully it's better in the future.
Yeah. You have no idea how fast GoPros die. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I think we should still get most of the footage out though that we filmed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, you'll get pretty much everything we talked about. We were kind of wrapping it up. But some final thoughts. I mean, like I said, go Pels, go Saints, who dat. Thank you. TikTok keeps growing. I think we're 1 follower away from 270. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for that. Go follow on all socials to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram,
tell a friend.
Facebook, like what he said. And we will see you Friday.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Hopefully for a Saints breakdown, Saints schedule prediction. We'll see.
That'd be fun.
See ya.
See ya.